Good evening, people. Welcome back to season 3 of Schwarzenegger season. I did season 1 in 2023, a lot of my favourite Arnold films, and last year I did another one, less of my favourite Arnold films, and then what's left is 2 that I really like and 6 that I'm kind of like that with. I didn't plan this out very well. I should have just organised it better and put a more even number of films that I like and I'm not keen on, because this video is going to be all in one. It's not going to be 6 videos because I don't want to talk about a lot of these films. So we'll just get it over with, and this will be another loose end tied up. But some of the films I got left, we've got Collateral Damage. Now, I'm not a fan of this film because if I remember rightly, Arnold's a fireman and his wife and kid are killed in a terrorist attack. So he goes off to find people who did it, but he's just a fireman. And some people may say, well, it's a little bit more grounded. I don't want grounded when it comes to Arnold. And it's just not a film that I really rewatch. I don't even think I might not even own it anymore. I might have got rid of it, but it's just, I remember it being dull and I have no desires to watch that film again. Then another one would be Red Heat. James Belushi is in this one as well. Now, I don't mind it when I watch it. I don't mind it. I don't watch it too often because there's other ones I prefer. James Belushi, Chicago cop. Arnold plays a Russian. And they're both on a trail of this drug kingpin, and they join forces. And Arnold's a stiff, hard-ass Russian agent, and James Belushi's a little bit more relaxed, so they play off each other. Now, I don't think they play off each other that well. I've never been a fan of James Belushi, but I don't dislike him. But I don't think they play off each other like, look at Arnold and Danny DeVito. You know, I don't think they play off each other very well. Now, that might be down to the fact that Arnold's character is hard and he puts on an accent. Like, is Arnold's accent not enough? You've got to then have him put on a Russian accent, which makes him harder than what he might have been otherwise. And there's other Arnold films and there's other buddy cop films that I like more than this one. So that's another one. Last Action Hero I've come to enjoy more and more, but it's not one I go back to very often. No, that's wrong, not whether. Ignore that. Strike that, reverse it. I don't think it did too well back in the day. I think more people appreciate it now for what it's all about and what it's trying to do. It's a simple film, really. Kid that loves films gets sucked into the latest Jack Slater film, and he knows everything what's going to come because he knows how Jack Slater works and all that kind of stuff. Arnold doesn't believe him, so you got that dynamic. Hell, these two work better together than James Belushi and Arnold. And it's not just a real memorable action film. Look, an elephant. Can I speak to the drug dealer of the house, please? He goes, I'll be back. Ha! I bet you didn't know I was going to say that. That's what you always say. So it's not one I go back to very often again. And I tried to watch it, I think, a couple of weeks ago, but I was distracted, so I turned it off. I don't get distracted with Arnold films, so that says a lot. I don't dislike it. If my mindset's right, I can watch it, but I choose really not to. Then there's Red Sonja, which I like it because it's a sword and fantasy film set in the same world as Conan. It's not really Arnold's film. He plays a guy called Calidor. It's like, just be Conan. I've said this before, but if you got Arnold in a Red Sonja film, I think Conan and Red Sonja have teamed up in the past in the comics. So why have you got the guy playing Conan twice before this playing some jabroni called Calidor? And he comes into the film, he saves someone, then he disappears for 20 minutes and he comes back. And it's just like, you could have just had him as Conan and had a double adventure film. But yeah, Bridget Nielsen's fine, but it's just pointless having Arnold in it for me. Then the two that I really like, True Lies, fantastic spy film. Arnold's a salesman, but he's really a spy. Jamie Lee Curtis is his wife, doesn't know what he does. She meets Bill Paxton, and he thinks there's something going on with them two. And it all comes to a head when they team up and they go and get Tia Carrera. There's lots of comedy. I love the opening when he's under the ice. I see your invitation. Here's my invitation. Boom, and everything blows up. The opening under the ice, feels like the opening of Metal Gear Solid, the original film. Well, not original. The '98 game on the PlayStation, the way he comes through. Love it. It's a great film. As a comedy, action, Arnold rides a horse. You're fired. Just a great film. It really is. I feel like I've talked about this a lot. I feel like I've talked about, in my head, I've talked about this next film a lot over the past month. I don't know if I have, but Eraser. Arnold is a marshal who erases people for the Witness Protection Program. Vanessa Williams works for this company who's making like electromagnetic guns, like rail guns are called. Going to sell them on the black market. James Caan is Arnold's mentor. He's the go-between, so he's after this woman. Drugs Arnold. They have this big fight on a plane. Just real fun film. With some good special effects. The guns are cool, the way they see, the way the bullets fire, go through brick walls. You've got Arnold shooting a crocodile, your luggage. James Caan is great in anything he does. And there's one point where James Caan kills someone, and that look that Arnold gives people, like that he turns, he knows what's going on. And Eraser, as I say, I feel like I've talked about that. I don't know where I would have talked about it for a month, but it feels like I have. Maybe I'm talking to myself about Eraser. But out of those 6, I love Eraser. I love True Lies. I can watch Red Sonja. I can watch Red Heat. Out of push, I can watch Last Action Hero, even though it's not great. And I don't really watch Collateral Damage because I don't like it. So that's a kind of condensed Schwarzenegger season 3. I didn't really want to do it this way, but the films didn't lend themselves to individual videos, and I need to wrap things up on this channel with certain series before it's too late. So that is it. A kind of Schwarzenegger season 3 light. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.